Honey, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go right back to White here on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
52's the mic.
Cunningham looking to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go. Set the plan. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the the gun on third down. Cunningham. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of legs.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, lock it. Check. Lucky. Check. Fire.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping him.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go now. Ancient Gator. You.
On third down, Cunningham. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
To throw again, Cunningham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return. On the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not good.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Check nickel. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Rock it.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Go. Check. Ready?
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Cunningham. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, Cunningham. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, it's Cunningham. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Cunningham. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go!
2nd and 9 now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the counter, Gurley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Bang, 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 bang. Look, squeeze. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man Johnson. 20, 10, touchdown LA. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Cunningham to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Gurley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
30 base. I got you. Get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it'll bring up third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He gets it to Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Jet bombers. Hey, Alpha. 54.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch made by Johnson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Mullins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Ready, set. Mike 5-4. Come on. Recon, 132 fighter. Fresno. Slam. Check 3. Deuce. 25, check 25, check. Hey, Sam off.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 50, check 50. One twist, one twist, one twist. Twist, twist. Joker. Jay, lock it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey. Go get him. Deep grip.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at the 15. Look at the spin.
Balance.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Check 4, 6, pull it high. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, seam 6. Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Blue draw quarter.
They'll set up to throw, and that one's complete to Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Mullins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Cunningham looking to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On first down, it's Cunningham. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Cunningham. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of, until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
5. Leo. Check. Watch 54. Get that quarter. Proteins. Hit it.
He'll drop to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 13. Go.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. A beautiful fake. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Set up. 30 base. 54 Mike. I got you, son. You're out. Rush in. Defense.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Under 10. 10. Whip. Watch the whip.
They run. It's Johnson. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Cunningham. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cunningham. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Check.
Cunningham to throw. That's caught by Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Cunningham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. X3. 218, chopper. 31, check 31. Check 52. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Shoot. Safe. Hard. 5.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 6 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.